This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, uh, our topic is JMeter, Jenkins, and uh, our topic is JMeter, InfluxDB, and Grafana. The integration between JMeter, InfluxDB, and Grafana. So here I will go through mainly basics, what is what. Then we will go for the in depth of the integration. So JMeter is a open source for performance testing tool, and InfluxDB open source database, time series database. This is a time series database, and Grafana. This is also open source visualization dashboard. Mainly, we have to use this for client-side metrics like response time, number of users, throughput, hits per second. So all this data we will capture, and it is a visualization tool, open source tool is Grafana. So here actually what happened, JMeter results fetched to the InfluxDB. Okay, so initially JMeter and InfluxDB interacted. So if you want to run in JMeter, the results captured and stored in the InfluxDB. Then the InfluxDB results fetched to Grafana. The same results Grafana dashboard will capture and will display it for the proper visualization. Here the Grafana displayed beautifully a final client side metrics reports. Okay, so JMeter, so this is the end-to-end JMeter results fetched to InfluxDB, then the InfluxDB reports fetched to Grafana, and Grafana will show the reports. So here mainly two integrations, one is JMeter plus InfluxDB integration. Then after that one, JMeter plus InfluxDB plus Grafana integration. So we will go one by one. The first concept is InfluxDB. What we have to do at InfluxDB, we have to download InfluxDB version 1.8. So right now 2.2x series right now, but we can download 1.8 and unzip and folder. And here we are not directly downloaded. We have to use the PowerShell. So if you want to go to the InfluxDB, so this is the URL of the InfluxDB, influxdata.com downloads. Go to this particular link. Then you can see the down, completely down. You will see the, are you interested in InfluxDB 1x open source? Yes. And you have you can open InfluxDB this version, and platform is our platform. What is our platform? Windows. We have different platforms available, but we want to take only Windows, and take this particular first line and go to PowerShell. Just you will copy that particular data. So already I downloaded. Once downloaded, it will be available in the users. If you want to go to users, in the users it will showing InfluxDB 1.8.10 Windows. So you can copy paste in anywhere, and you can extract. If you want to go to JMeter Advanced, here JMeter I extracted. Then if you open, is the, and you can open this one InfluxDB and Influx. Okay, if you want to open this one, it will open like this. If you want to double click of this particular InfluxD, you will get this one. Okay, this is the actually InfluxDB server. Okay, the InfluxDB server always open and up and running. It will open, after that one up and running. Don't close. Okay, this is the actually server of the DB. Then if you want to create, you started DB, then you want to create one DB, and you can push all your data into that particular DB. You have to create DB, then you have to create username and password for your particular DB, then you can use. That is actually our process. Okay, then we will go for the DB. So for DB, you can open this one, influx. It will open like this. So here it will open. So you will check. So it will come in connected to HTTP localhost 8086. By default, this is a 8086 port. Okay. So here InfluxDB cell version. If you want to see, you can create. I created create database is JMeter DB2, and use the same database we can use. So use the same database. Then you have to create your database username and password. Create user as ABC, and password is, you can give anything, but we have to give the password in this single parenthesis, single column. Okay, so this is the actually create a database. If you want to show databases right now, so databases, if you want to close, and if you want to open one more time, open source tools always. So database, otherwise you have to wait some time after opening. So here up to you can create your DB everything. Okay, then go to the JMeter. In the JMeter, we have your script. We have your script, and you have to use which DB you want to use. And this is our localhost 8086, and write DB JMeter DB2. Okay. We have to wait some more time. Then backend listener, we can add the backend listener. This is the actually backend listener, and the listeners list we can choose the backend listener. Then we have to always choose for this third one. We have three options. We will go for the this third option, that is a org Apache JMeter visualizers backend InfluxDB Influx backend listener client. Okay, then configured what is your DB URL, DB name, everything you have to give in. That data already given here. And if you want to change your application here, JPEG store, JPG demo, you can give anything. Okay, this is the JMeter measurements, and summary here. Summary always it's a good. You can keep summary only, it's a false. Actually, it's by default it's true. You can change into false. Then you can give your test name. I can give JIG Java, sorry, JMeter InfluxDB Grafana demo test title TLE. Okay, title TLE title. Okay, then you can okay, then you can can give the some application name. If you want, you can give. Otherwise, if you want to show measurements, if you now you can see. Go to JMeter and InfluxDB. Click on here. Double click. If you want to, otherwise you can close this one also. You can first. You can better to close. First one open. InfluxDB server on. Then administrator if you want. Yes, I want. Yes, now it's coming. Show databases. Databases. Show databases. So here I created JMeter DB2. Okay. So new one also created. I can use the same for my activity. We completed this section. Now we go for the second section. So now here JMeter, InfluxDB and Grafana. So already here download Grafana using installer. Good, it's installer direct and go to and open. Already I downloaded this one. Once install, done, then launch the browser with this particular URL. You can open the URL. Open Ramoji PTP. You can open. It's launch the Grafana. Then we have by default Grafana username password is admin and admin login. If you want, skip as of now. Okay, we got Grafana home page, Grafana dashboard home page. Then go to here. Once it's done, then enter username and password. Already I entered. Then select your dash data source. Then select InfluxDB. So here we will click on here. Add your first data source. Okay. If you want notes, notes. Show me my camera. I want notes. Or of my video name. Okay. I want to painting something. Okay. So here highlighting. If I want highlight, what I have to do here. Okay. So here click on tab and click on InfluxDB. We are using the InfluxDB right now. So click on InfluxDB, select, and you can give unique name. This is unique name of JMeter, InfluxDB, Grafana demo 1. This is the unique name. Okay, you can give. Then query, which query you are using, the InfluxDB query only. Then go for the URL. So go for this particular server URL. This is the HTTP. You can select this one, HTTP, and you can pass here. And here no need to add anything. Then you have to change dashboard. Which dashboard? Already we created one dashboard. The dashboard name is JMeter DB2. We have to select the this DB. And what is the user? User is ABC2. And what is the password? Okay, so what we have created username and password, we have to pass here. Then HTTP method, we have to select get call because we have to fetch the data from the InfluxDB and it will fetching data. Just fetching the data. Okay, that's the reason we are using the get call. And minimum time travel, say minimum 5 seconds for very good graphs. Then you can save and text. When you click on save and text, we got data source updated and the data source is working. Once we got this message, it successfully integrated, okay, at the back end. Now we have to do, so data source is working, it must come, okay. Then click on create dashboard, and which dashboard you want to, we have to do the dashboard creation, customize the dashboard creation, or you can use the existing dashboard. So I, for existing dashboard, I can go here plus symbol and import and upload JSON file. So this is our JSON file already I downloaded. You can open and you can give any unique name here. JMeter Influx Grafana. Okay, this is actual demo. I can give any name and you can select the DB name. What is our DB? This is our DB. Okay, and is the which parameter name is, we mentioned JMeter last time, and backend sent is okay. Now we can just import. We got this is a home page of our dashboard. Okay, now you can execute your test with almost uh, I have created a small script for this activity, and if you want to add any listener, this is the summary report or aggregate report I want to add, and if you want to delete, and if you want to start, you can see I started my test. Okay, and if you want to see here InfluxDB demo, and this is the demo, and how many requests this particular process having 3 requests, HTTP1, HTTP2, HTTP3. Here if you want to see HTTP1, HTTP2, HTTP3, these 3 we are sending it to the server. Some get calls and post calls also as well. Okay, both calls we included here. So if you want to see, I executed 10. Okay, 10 into 10, 100 into 3 times. Okay, 3 requests, almost 300. So total 300 requests came. So I will keep continue the same test with long duration with 10 members of the members infinity times. Okay, I will continue the test, and if I want to add any listener, if you want to add for a little bit slow the process timer, you can add. Okay, now you can what do you want, you can, no problem. Now you want to execute one more time continuously. Okay, so here you are getting some calls. Okay, this is the total number of requests hitting to the server. Okay, every second you have to refresh for 5 seconds. So how many failed transactions, how many received bytes and sent bytes, what is the error rate? Okay, so what is the throughput of your test right now, and what is any errors occurred, and what is the total number of threads or users? Here 10 users we given. Okay, so transaction response time, if you want to see what is the transaction response time for this particular calls request, here max is this much, average is this much. It will giving the individual data, average response data. Transaction response time. Okay, network traffic, how was the network traffic, what is the network traffic? And if you want to have any errors, we will get the errors in this particular section. Transactions per errors per transactions and any errors info and what type of errors. Okay, and if you want to know only I want to know the HTTP request 3 how many it's completed, what is the behavior individual. If you want to see individual transactions response or behavior, so the HTTPS request number 3 executed 309 and here failed 0, errors are 0, throughput is this much, response time is this much. It will give the individual response. Okay, these three, how it's going, what is the average, what is the 90 percentage, what is the maximum. So generally we will give average or 90 percentile. So that is actually depend upon the client to client, as per the requirement we have to provide. And we have to do some customization code also. If you want, we can do customization as per the requirement. Okay, if you want to save, you can save this one. And if you want to, this is the favorite, this is for save. Okay, you can copy this link and you can share with your team. They can easily open and access this one. And if you want to save the dashboard, save JMeter, Grafana, InfluxDB. Okay, demo one, demo. Just save it. Save dashboard, JMeter, InfluxDB Grafana. So like that, we will get more and more details of client-side metrics. This is the client-side metrics: request, throughput, number of users, errors. Okay, thank you all.
This conference will now